to make contact with Code Talker, the old man who knows what the pathogen is. We have to stop this disease that's spreading across Mother Base. Select the mission on your iDroid.
What if it wasn't an old man, but the Intel team member's old man? We need to find his father.
My God.
So they can play catch.
Oh. A couple more dudes have died from disease.
Sadistic vulture, haha, suck on it.
Oh. But, yeah, let's actually try and figure out what's going on here. I said last time that, like, my line of thinking originally was, like, quarantining anybody who was unsanitary, thinking that was causing it. And then dudes kept dying, so no, that was not it. You actually had a good idea last episode.
Yeah?
Pointing out that everyone was seemingly multilingual. And if you keep looking, every single person has one specific language in common.
They're all English speakers.
Some of them actually aren't.
Oh, okay.
They're actually all
Afrikaans.
They're all a little fluent in Kikongo.
Kikongo.
And it can take a while to narrow, like, even when you start thinking, like, oh, maybe it's something to do with language.
Yeah, there we go. There's
Yep.
Glacier Rhino is the key.
Yeah. And by the way, the little word bubbles next to all the different languages, there's 1, 2, 3 dots in each one. That tells you how fluent they are in each language. 3 dots being, like, perfectly fluent or whatever. But, yeah, the common factor between everybody who is getting sick is that they speak Kikongo. So it's time to filter out everyone who does! This is just all the guys just from the combat unit.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Can I just say yes and, like, auto?
God, I wish there was a way to sort by language. That would be so much easier. But yeah, I have 839 fucking dudes, so it took a while.
Incredible, boss. Thanks to you, the number of new victims has plummeted. And the common point between the infected. Is it really possible for a disease to spread because of that?
Well, it's either that or it's sexually transmitted, and I don't want to ask any probing questions.
Yeah. Man. Look at him wiggle.
He's so excited. Give your dog a drink, my God.
I wish there was a button to, like, give him a treat or something, too.
It looks like he's overheating in that suit.
Yeah. Need a little fan for the dog.
Boss, you need to make contact with the Code Talker, the old man who's supposed to know what's behind this infection. The Intel team member you extracted was able to pinpoint his location. A forest that stretches across the Angola-Zaire border. The locals call it Lufwa Valley, the Valley of the Lost. The target's in a mansion deep in this valley. A PF is deployed there, but we've also spotted an unidentified group operating in the area.
Is it boys to men?
This pathogen, there's a good chance
No one would have
target
any
plays a
idea who they
central
are in
role
this
that
year.
process. But is this their weapon to surpass Metal Gear? Will the pathogen or its cure lead to Cypher? This guy is the key to everything. Boss, make contact with Code Talker and extract him if you see fit. We can't afford to lose any more men. We have to stop this thing.
Alright. There's only one starting point for this mission, but this mission, I mean, judging by the length of this video, is a very big one.
Yeah, you don't say. Everybody, if you want to make some popcorn, get a snack, maybe you should stretch. Maybe I should stretch.
I didn't. I should have.
The old man known as Code Talker. According to the Intel team member you extracted, he knows what the epidemic is and how to treat it. You'll find him in a mansion deep in the valley beyond the forest. He's a high-value target who's probably involved with Cypher's research. This information came at a heavy price. And you're convinced security on site is gonna be tight. Watch yourself out there, all right? Make contact with the target, Code Talker. And if the treatment requires it, extract him to Mother Base. That's the target.
There he is.
Code Talker. We have
Code
no other
Talker?
intel
Code
on him.
Talker.
A total blank. From the looks of
You
it,
can
he's
learn
got
more
quite
about
the
this game at
security detail.
codetalker.com.
If we're gonna stop the epidemic here,
They also cover
we can find
anime.
out what he knows.
That old man fucking loves anime.
That's the mansion where you'll find Code Talker. Not something you see every day in the African wilderness. It was built by a local warlord. Must have lived a life of luxury until his government conspired to murder him. Local legend has it that his ghost roams the area around the mansion seeking revenge. None of the villagers dare to go near the place. Crackpot superstition. Or a rumor designed to keep prying eyes away.
Or a real-ass ghost that's not outside the realm of possibility.
Cause I've met real-ass ghosts. Multiple times, actually. If you're counting the ghost missions in Peace Walker. I'm extremely familiar with ghosts. Actually, you know what? The Fury, I think, was...
And terrified of Dracula's.
Yeah, the Fury was part ghost, I believe. Those weird fire faces that chase you after you kill them. Pretty sure those were ghosts.
No sign of the enemy. Judging from security in the area, I'd expect to see.
If this was any other Metal Gear game, you would hear Big Boss say, "Cause ghosts are real." Ghosts are real, Cause.
Ghosts are real, and unfortunately, as I have learned from Huey, Santa is not.
Missed. I have a bad feeling about this.
How long's it been since we met the man on fire?
That was mission...
Or Flying Kid.
Man on Fire was mission 21, I think. This is 28.
It's been a while.
It's been a little bit. Yeah, and floating Psychic Kid, same time. Although, Man on Fire was not accompanied by spooky voices. He just shouted a lot.
But no, with Miss, we should be afraid of yet another breed of skulls. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're listening to their tunes.
Hey everybody, it's Metal Gear. Hey everybody, it's a bunch of Borg cosplayers.
What if the terrifying skulls unit were sexy babes?
What if they had sexy skulls Halloween costumes? These ones have asses.
Yeah. You gotta give it to Kojima. He will never wait for Rule 63 to come around. He'll just do it himself.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh yeah.
Boss, it's the skulls. Damn it. So Cypher is behind this.
Cause even if that didn't happen, you would still assume Cypher was behind it. Everything Cypher is behind. These skulls, they're basically... They operate just like Quiet did, except there's fucking 4 of them. They don't hum like she did, but they do have a really creepy, weird breathing sound.
The skull sniper. She hasn't spotted you yet. You could just go around her. Or maybe conduct a little ambush of your own.
But yeah, this can be really rough, because if you had trouble with just Quiet alone, well, it's Quiet times 4.
Well, you should have brought your rocket launcher.
Yeah. We're in a pretty big area, though. It is possible to just sneak around them. And also, like, it's not that difficult to find them, because you can just trace them back from their laser sights. And their laser sights are extremely easy to see with night vision goggles. So, at least they're a little bit easier in that regard. You don't have to look for the glint on their scope or anything like with Quiet. But it's Vapor Snake.
Yeah, one of those. A giant rocket launcher, yes.
Yeah. Alright. There are a bunch of ways, a bunch of different routes to climb up behind all the skulls here. But one thing Vapor Snake has learned is that if a woman is mostly naked, it's because she breathes through her skin.
Yes. This I know.
And so therefore, I should be able to drown her with my water gun. They hate it. They hate it.
You see that? Sniper vanished into thin air. Just like quiet. If you can't mark them, there's no way to tell where they'll strike from next.
I mean, there are ways.
Yeah. So they mostly just get annoyed by the water gun, but it actually does a very small amount of damage. So you could technically kill them with the squirt gun. Also, look at this giant fucking gun. It's the biggest gun.
Did you take that off of the helicopter? What the
Right?
fuck?
This is the Breton sniper rifle. It can kill these skulls in 2 headshots.
Oh my god.
You see that? Sniper vanished into thin air.
It's it is also the gun in the game with the highest piercing stat. So even if something has a lot of armor on, you'll just basically shoot clean through it. Like there won't be any damage reduction at all.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This gun can be a nightmare to fight against because you can give your security team and your FOBs that sniper rifle. And so it becomes like this nightmare arms race of who can develop the highest rank Brennan sniper rifle, because even when people are wearing like the combat armor, you can just shoot clean through it if it's high enough ranked. Yeah, but as Big Boss, there's a lot of very easy to miss cracks to climb up to get around people. Because also, like, I don't know if it's because due to everyone getting sick that my intel team wasn't high enough to like label cracks on the map, but they just won't do it in this mission.
Huh.
But like a lot of dudes are quarantined and a lot of dudes are already like dead from being sick, and so like all of my units have gone down about 10 levels, which makes this mission, it can make it a little tough because all of a sudden, like, if you're relying on your intel team to spot people on the map, or if you're trying to do like airstrikes from Mother Base, they're all severely underleveled for this part. The snipers do hate the decoys, but not enough to not shoot you first. It's just a big cross-section of lasers here. I hate it. Somebody please help me. Stop mocking me. I am not pretty good right now. Alright. Back to where I was, I guess. That ain't gonna work. Like, they are like crack shots when you throw out like the decoys. Like they'll immediately aim at it and shoot it the instant it's deployed, so they don't really help as distractions. Whoa. Not my butt.
Do whatever you want with me. Please leave my dog out of this.
Yeah, they don't care about the dog. But unfortunately, DD can't, like, do much in this fight except bark to mark the snipers. He can't bite them or anything. They'll just jump away before he can.
Aww.
And also the, I love being able to see the bullet in slow-mo.
It's very, very good.
Thankfully, when you're wearing the armor, like Venom Snake is, you can take a couple shots from them. If you're just in normal camo, 2 shots in quick succession kills you.
Right.
Yeah. And this, I think, because I've also, like, leveled his armor up once or twice at this point, I think he can take, like, 5 shots before he dies, maybe. And also, you can just fucking pop out real quick.
And still get headshots, apparently.
Yeah. Once you use the... I've used the Breton a lot because I used it in FOBs for a while when I first played this game, so I have a pretty decent feeling of where the headshot zone in that reticle is. Yeah, there's a whole side area to this boss arena that's like very easy to miss. That is just, unless you have alerted the skulls already, they just like won't be there generally. Sometimes if you're trying to sneak through this area, but there's just like one skull who's just perfectly covering that spot and you can't get through there. If you just shoot them anywhere, they will jump away for a little bit. And so that's a good way to like get through an area, because like you can shoot them and they still won't know where you are, as long as you're not like fully exposed or something. By fully exposed, I just mean naked. The area that you fight them in is very large. It's not just like that open area. It's also like a forest afterwards, which I really like this area because it feels very like MGS3, and it's very different from the rest of this map. But also, it's... Oh, go ahead.
No, you.
Oh, I was gonna say also, it's like if the... Like, yeah, there's one skull in the forest right now. Like, if they follow you in here, it's hard to find them.
Now, if you bring Quiet on this mission, is she like their bud?
Oh no, she'll totally fight them. It's also they still kind of know where you are, even when you use stealth camo. They're trying to track me. But no, if you bring Quiet, she can snipe them, but they're also very good at sniping her, so they'll basically like trade headshots. But if you can distract them and have her fire on them, yeah, it can work out. Alright. So Vapor Snake, none of his tools really work against skulls that well, but thankfully we have unlocked weather modification from the support team. So I'm gonna call in some rain.
Aha! You have become the weather wizard.
Yeah. Now it's raining. You breathe through your skin. Take this. It's a good thing all the skulls were incredibly thirsty and really needed to drink up. But yeah. Call in a rain strike and you can kind of just sprint past them. Goodbye.
Unbelievable.
I don't know how to deal with this. My dog can't bark you to sleep or anything. My squirt gun is not powerful enough. I need a super soaker. Yeah.
Oh, my sweet boy.
But yeah, you can take the skulls out pretty quickly when you have something like this sniper rifle. Although, if I only have one skull left to take out here as Venom Snake, but if she retreated into the forest, and so she started moving a lot too. She wouldn't really stay down in one place, so it was getting really hard to track her. And also, they actually do have a couple additional things that Quiet would not do, which we'll see in a second here.
If you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. They could just teleport behind you and just get you with a machete.
Oh, that's where Eli got him.
Yeah, I guess so.
These are his aunties.
But yeah, if you're sneaking around and you got through the forest and like you've gotten to like where the bridges are and they still haven't caught you, you're basically just done with the boss fight. They will not ever change positions to this area unless they already know where you are. Yeah, it's just home free for Big Boss.
Whoa.
Only a little bit of jelly on the screen from that. But one thing you can do if you can't find a skull is you can just stay in one place and try to bait them into attacking with a machete so you can counter them.
That'll do the trick.
Just impaling their face with the machete.
Took them all out. That's incredible, boss. Our men can rest in peace.
Oh man,
now.
getting my head cleaved in half with a machete makes me a little woozy. Yeah. After you take them out, they will get up and jump somewhere else, but that's just so they can pass out somewhere else. Because skulls never really die. They just stop for a while.
They just fade away.
Yeah. You can also, it's harder to do because there's so much tree and like just stuff covering up the skulls. But you can attempt to do the thing I did with Quiet before, which is drop cardboard boxes on their head from the sky. That can still work. It's just a lot harder to do because of all the trees.
Did they give up? Whatever. Just get to the mansion. Pronto.
Oh, look how idyllic it is.
Right?
Why don't people want a vacation here?
Oh.
I mean, even with the active war zones and the strange disease that attacks certain language speakers.
I mean, look, staying at the mansion must be pretty cheap because of all of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of space.
Oh yeah, it house a lot of people. It also might house ghost women that look like the Borg, but you know.
Well.
It's a feature.
They come in tour groups, you know, with matching backpacks. It's a whole thing where they're from.
Yeah.
You're near the mansion. That's where you'll find the target code talker.
Man, soldiers have been talking about this dude for fucking 15 missions. Can't wait to finally meet him. I hope he's really 100 years old.
I imagine Mr. and Mrs. Talker would be the kind of people to name their son Code.
They're with the PF Zero Risk Security. Looks like they're protecting the target. Why don't you try interrogating them? They might know the target's exact location.
It's Mission 28, we know.
Yeah, I think it's really strange Ocelot says that. And also that a few missions ago when Ocelot was like, hey, why don't you go up to a high vantage point? That's pretty good for scouting out. It's like, I know, it's Mission 25 or whatever. Ocelot, you're not my dad. If anything, you're my son.
But please raise my son.
Yeah. And my dog. I'm too busy to deal with any of them because I'm hanging out with my quiet girlfriend. Who I covered in blood today. She was fine with it, I guess. I don't know. No, so that guy's always a little bit of an issue just because he can see so much from that point. So if you just poke your head out of the grass a little bit, you could just make him take a really big trip over here. Mm-hmm. He won't tell anybody else about
Big Boss is supposed to be like, what, 8-10 years older than Ocelot?
Yeah. Yeah,
something in that neighborhood?
Because he was in his, like, mid to late mid-20s in MGS3, and Ocelot was 18 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
And in that in the time, in that span, Ocelot has gone completely gray.
I mean, it's just genes, man, I guess.
I guess.
Big Boss is, I mean... I don't know. Maybe the coma helps somehow.
Were they giving Big Boss just for men in Cyprus?
They were actually dyeing his hair the whole time, so he doesn't know. It's just really good hair dye. It's lasting through so many showers. Alright, as Venom Snake, we're gonna bring in our robot buddy, which we haven't used of much.
Hell yes. This thing has some attachments.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this thing I've developed a ton of stuff for. It has even more gear for it that we can develop later. Like I have so many attachments for it now, I can't have them all on the robot at once. There's too many things. But calling a strike on the mansion. Hopefully the old man won't get exploded. Whoop. Some man sees me. Stop seeing me. Take that.
Synchronized.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was very happy with that. It was completely on accident. But
there's no way those giant robot feet will fit on those stairs.
Yeah. I also gave my robot a sword.
And it works.
It works very good. It's a lot of fun to use. Also got some new rapid-fire pistols for it. And the machete arm also still doubles as the CQC arm I developed earlier, so you can still just body slam dudes with your robot. All right, as Venom Snake, we just kept running, and right now the skulls are still really mad at us. We're just gonna keep going.
No sign of those snipers. Did they give up?
No, I don't think so.
I think they're just mad.
They know about that battle just
Yeah,
now.
with both Venom Snake and Vapor Snake,
The target's close. Be sure to think
because
this through.
we got caught by the skulls, the guys of the mansion will know we're coming ahead of time.
Right.
Yeah. Which makes things way worse.
They're with the PF Zero Risk
There's
Security.
a fucking,
Looks like they're
like,
already on
50
guard.
dudes here.
Why don't you try interrogating them? They might know the target's
Well, have you
exact
developed the
location.
thing where you can teach everyone to do the YMCA as a distraction?
We're getting there.
And the more guards around, the better.
We're getting there. So this rocket, I shot one dude with it, but didn't quite work because there were stairs above him. But this is a rocket launcher that fires Fulton balloons. So you can just Fulton dudes from long distance.
There we go.
There he goes.
Just a cloud of balloons
Yep.
happen.
It does, like, emit a gas, but it just stuns other dudes. It'll only Fulton the dude that's been directly hit by the rocket.
Okay.
Yeah, Peace Walker had a Fulton rocket launcher as well, but it was just like anyone who was caught in the gas would get Fultoned.
Right. Which makes more sense, really, if you think about it.
Yeah. I think this rocket launcher may also do that when you upgrade it more, but I forget. I never used this thing that much.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Also, the stealth camo has been ranked up as well, so it actually lasts a decent amount of time now. Even if you're sprinting, like you can, I can cover the whole mansion on one stealth camo. I'm really happy with that. Whenever somebody sees Dee Dee, they just like shoo him away instead of immediately just trying to shoot him. It's just like, it's just a dog. It's just a dog in a tactical camo outfit.
With an electric knife.
He's fine. It probably helps that Dee Dee generally looks very friendly.
Yeah. Just a big puffy boy.
Also, I could turn the power off, but they'll, like, just come back and turn it back on. But thankfully, I have a water gun.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Any electronics in this game that you can sabotage, like radios or anything, you can destroy all of them, like, quietly with the squirt gun. Like, they'll react to the power being turned off and stuff, but they, like, it's permanently destroyed. They'll never be able to fix it. Also, the squirt gun has another use that we'll see in just a second here. Like the banana in Peace Walker, you can just hold dudes up with it. But it's even better than the banana because...
Because then you can make them an honorary Emmerich.
Yeah. You can stun guards with the squirt gun.
He knows that's a squirt gun.
Yeah.
He knows from personal experience it is a squirt gun.
Yeah. But, yeah, even if, like, you are in the middle of combat and there's, like, a dude who's, like, just about to shoot you in the face with a shotgun, if you shoot him with a squirt gun, he will get stunned by it. Because he has to wipe the water off his face. It's actually really handy for stopping guys from shooting you and stuff. Or calling in alerts. If they're in the middle of, like, getting ready to say, like, there's a guy here, you can just fucking shoot him with a squirt gun, and they can't. And you can, like, just stun lock them, too. They will never, like, get over the fact that they're getting squirted in the face with water.
And neither will I.
It's great.
So, if any of you out there used to, like, play with me in summers when I was 9, I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, as Big Boss, we interrogated that dude. He gave us locations of all the different ways to get into the mansion, which gets labeled on the map.
Nice.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 ways to get in here. And if you go over here, you can hear Friday I'm in Love blasting through the wall.
Now, this mansion and all the different ways to get through it are what inspired Big Boss to invent Legends of the Hidden Temple back on that new strut.
Oh, man. It was tested by Mother Base soldiers a lot. The Silver Monkey was even more confusing back then.
It was 5 pieces.
Oh, God.
You had to do the arms.
Oh, jeez. Eventually, it just became like a part of the actual like sneaking training regimen too, because he had to hide from the temple guards.
Anytime Big Boss was one of the temple guards, people did not get a Casio keyboard, I can tell you that.
That reminds me, years ago, I remember seeing a bit of an episode of Legends of the Hidden Temple just on TV or whatever, and one of the prizes was Metal Gear for the NES. It all comes around. I'm pretty sure it was Legends of the Hidden Temple. I don't think it was Guts.
The historical documents. It's been 20 years. It's been 20 years since Galaxy Quest came out.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's fucked up.
And I think it's a perfect time for a Galaxy Quest sequel starring Sam Rockwell as Guy Fleegman. Who has to go and teach the, he has to save the aliens from themselves by finally teaching them all that it's just a TV show and it's okay.
Oh, man. Also, the thing I've had forever, but again, just haven't really been able to use much, because so much of the game is wide open spaces where you can't funnel guys towards things at all. I got these sleep gas mines.
Hey.
They're just motion activated. You can't manually detonate them or anything. And unfortunately, I've noticed it also gets activated by unconscious dudes. So if you place one near a guy, hoping to like lure guys there, you'll just put yourself to sleep immediately instead. Oh,
Nothing to see here, just this glowing red light.
Someone activate it. That guy is so close. Come on, guy. Activate it. Oh no.
There we go,
Phew.
just in time.
Yeah. It's a good thing I have an upgraded cardboard box that can take a lot of beating.
Spit it out. We know where to find the target. Do whatever it takes to bring Code Talker back.
Also, the Raya SMG I have equipped right now has been upgraded so much, you can kind of see it from the little image in the bottom right. It has so many fucking doodads on it.
It's got a lot of parts. It's full of parts.
Like, it has that little foregrip on it, and like directly touching, like connecting to the bottom of the foregrip is another magazine glued to my magazine. So you can just pull it out and turn it like 90 degrees and load it instantly. It's so goofy looking. Wow, the guys outside of the mansion are talking about the guy they are guarding. You ever hear this guy? I don't know, that sounds vaguely familiar. It sounds like the guy we're guarding, maybe, I don't know. Never personally seen him, I thought he was a legend.
Anyway, let's just chill out and listen to The Cure.
Oh man, I gotta jump on this stereo before I get copyright claimed. Stop it! Quit that! Quit playing that music! But yeah, try and find Code Talker on your own. Like, it is possible. Like, without interrogating anybody. Whoop. Hey, you just got here. Why are you leaving? It just takes a really long time, because there's 4 floors to this mansion.
Yeah.
It just takes a long time.
God, pick up your shit. Fuck.
Right? It's fucking messy in here. So in this next room is a blueprint for the gigantic Breton sniper rifle that Venom Snake was using.
Yes.
That's for future upgrades of the rifle, I believe, but also you need it so that you can make the same rifle for Quiet.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous when you start fighting guys with the rifle, and Quiet is there with the exact same gigantic gun. You just like annihilate everything.
And Sahelanthropus dies in 3 shots.
Yeah, just gets shredded. So I threw this empty magazine thinking, oh, people will just run straight through that door and immediately get hit with a sleeping gas. And even if they somehow don't trigger it, you can kind of manually trigger it by shooting it, and it'll detonate. But for some reason, everybody had the brain genius idea of going completely around the entire mansion and coming through the other door. God damn it. Thanks a lot, guys.
That's why you're not Fultoning them.
Yeah.
They do not behave according to...
Also, unfortunately, our nice robot can't fit through doors.
Oh, no.
It has a stealth mode, though.
Well, that's good. At least it won't get stolen.
Yeah, because like if guards, no matter where the robot is, like if guards stumble upon the robot, they will immediately start shooting it. So stealth mode, like they basically won't find it unless they bump into it.
They're dead, buddy.
They're super dead, Venom Snake. Also, I developed Ocelots Gun. This was like a thing.
Okay.
This was a thing they added in an update later on, and it's like an item that's tied to, like, when you develop it, and it has like a timer. It has like a timer that's like, it will only develop if you're connected to the internet, otherwise you cannot make it. It's weird. And it takes like a full like 24 hours like real time to unlock. It's weird. But it does work like Ocelot's previous guns that you could get in games, where if you fire at any surface, the bullets will ricochet and hit dudes. Although it is a lot harder to use, because again, most of this game is in outdoor areas where like a ricocheting bullet isn't really going to hit anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
But in areas like these, it still kind of works. I'm really happy that despite having gigantic sniper rifles on my back, they never like bonk on walls or anything. Just imagine if you could get caught on things because of these stupid guns. But anyways, everyone's here at the same door.
Hooray!
Yay!
And if you want to have a party, there's lit candles and wine. And what else do you need?
And a dank basement.
They don't even know you're there. Keep it up.
It's all you need, really.
That old warlord knew how to live life with candles and wine.
There's plenty of space. Look, there's even water to take a bath in, I guess. Or something. I don't know what you want to do with it. It's not deep enough for a pool.
Are you looking for permission? Is your imaginary friend backing you up? Well, there's that ghost.
Yeah. I shot a ghost once before, I'll do it again.
I've been waiting, Tilly. Or should I say, Bedachochale?
Should you?
I don't know.
I gotta go kidnap some more translators before I can answer this question.
Look, I'll just take your word for it.
That's him. That's Code Talker.
Look familiar? It's infecting my men. How do we... Silence. Or death. What do you... It could be in here. Stay quiet. Your life depends on it.
So really, he was just following doctor's orders every time they didn't have Kiefer Sutherland record a line.
The parasite has infected your band. Those are its larvae. They enter the throat and attach themselves to the vocal cords. They mimic the host's membranes flawlessly. No one can tell the difference. Upon reaching maturity, they mate. Sustained exposure to a particular sound triggers copulation. The resulting larva can feast on the host lungs, killing it. The particular sound.
Hold on, let me take a big drag first.
I need to be really high to feel like this makes sense.
His words. They attack only those who speak a certain language, not just one. I cannot say which language your parasites are attuned to, but silence is the best way to keep them from laying their children. This contains an herb that they dislike.
Look, I'm sorry. Vapor Snake would be way better at this. He might not even have the parasites. He may have killed them entirely. I don't know.
Good. That should deafen them for a while.
What if your parasites are attuned to gunfire?
Oh shit. The language of gun.
Is there a cure? Once symptoms manifest, larvae have already infested the alveoli. At which point, nothing can be done. There is a way to halt the onset, which would prevent infection. I need your help. He stole the ones I sealed away, forced me to do his terrible work.
All I wanted was to sell nuclear arms to terrorists. And this dude made me put bugs in people's throats.
I could not defy him. The fate of Dene lies in his hands. However, perhaps the Nishia led you here. If my children have upset the Rojun of the world, it falls to me to set it right.
Pick me up, please. Thank you.
I would like to do a horsey ride.
He's too old to risk a Fulton extraction. Put Code Talker in the chopper and return to base.
He claims they are the dream of every ruler since the dawn of time. Teach them your enemy's words, then unleash them on his lands, destroying only those who speak his tongue. He calls them his ethnic cleansers.
Ethnic cleansers? That's what Skullface is after. Then, Inzuya Badiabulo was... Boss, he's gonna wipe every language besides English off the face of the earth.
Ironic, isn't it? They gave us language. And now...
Did they what now?
It is thanks to them that...
Excuse me?
Get ready later in this game for some crazy fucking shit about this.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
They've been warped by the hands of man.
Yeah, get ready for some prehistoric Metal Gear stuff. Whoa.
I gotta say, I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner, right?
Yeah. Oh man, everybody's all weird now. Alright. If there's even more of them, should probably have Quiet shoot all of them for us. I'm carrying an old man. He's very delicate.
It should be easy to spot these guys. They have a cloud of fireflies around them.
It could be the skulls. Damn it, they're controlling those soldiers. Be careful.
So yeah, there are... Every single soldier is a puppet soldier now, and they even add more than there were originally. So basically, no matter where you go, they're going to be all over the place. Oh, hi. Don't point that at me, please. Thankfully, we did unlock that new command for Quiet, which is the cover me command, so she'll just shoot anybody who's even remotely close to me, and she will not stop shooting until you tell her to.
Okay. So the glowy lungs are the last stage of a parasitic infection that sits on the vocal cords and loves whatever sound it is trained to love.
Oh, yeah.
Victims of the experiments. They were implanted without my knowledge, even had I known. There is nothing I could have done.
Are the MIA Intel team members buried there too? Bastards. They're gonna pay for this.
And this dude loves his bugs, but has been forced to use them for evil because of some manner of blackmail, I guess.
Yeah, the fate of the Dinet are in Skullface's hands. So yeah, he basically took Code Talker's entire tribe hostage.
Right.
The parasites are trained to listen to specific languages because we were at the Devil's house and all those people had radios with speakers in their throats.
Dozens of world languages, like all the most popular aside from English.
Yeah.
Ah.
And yeah, there's been a couple other times, much earlier in the game, where there have been some hints towards the vocal cord parasites. For instance, before that, if you do not kill the skulls, they come up at the end of the mission.
Nice, nice.
So if I did not, or rather, if I had killed all of the skulls, none of the soldiers here would be possessed. None of them would be puppet soldiers. They would just be normal dudes. So I think this is really cool that the last section of the mission changes depending on how you handled the bosses earlier.
Yeah. I think this is much more interesting, I'll say.
Yeah. And also the amount of skulls that are around to try and take you out changes depending on how many of them you defeated, because you can kill 2 of them and leave if you want.
Right.
Yeah, there's 2 on this side. The other 2 are in a different spot. And his Vapor Stake, you could just fucking run for it, because he just called in another rainstorm.
You are destroying that ancient spine.
Yeah, just call in rain means any skulls that are left behind are just going to be dancing for a while. Yep, it's having a good old time. Bye. Yeah, as Venom Snake, I killed every single soldier in this base, but even though everything was cleared out, more reinforcements get called in at this point to check up on the mansion. And they'll just try to lock everything down.
They know you took out the skulls. No sense rushing things now. Wait and see what their next move is.
Yeah, there's been some other characters earlier in the game, like all the way back when we had to retrieve the the Honeybee missile launcher. That was mission 6, where we first like meet up with Skullface again. Hands up!
It's a holdup that comes with a demonstration.
Yeah. But in that mission, there's like that one POW from the Mujahideen that you can rescue, but he's a mute. And I believe he is actually mute because the rest of the Mujahideen there had died from diseases. And it's the vocal cord parasite, and he realized talking what was killing them, which is why he doesn't talk. He just kind of pantomimes where the missile launcher is. And there were other missions, like in Afghanistan even, where there were mentions of, like when we had to rescue Malik, he was being interrogated because there was, he was being interrogated as to why a village got completely burned down to the ground. And we've seen multiple things in, once we got to Africa here, where there were just like mass graves of burned bodies. And like we interrogated the soldiers and said, "Oh, we didn't burn these things. Like some other group of soldiers did this. There's some weird skull-faced dude there, and that's just them. That's just them burning the bodies of people that were infected with the parasites." Whoop.
So when did the boss get the parasites? Like, how communicable are they?
Right.
What is the vector?
Whoop. So, that's a thing we'll actually find out a little bit later.
Is it all the tonsil hockey he's been doing in between updates?
There are multiple ways the parasites could have gotten on at this point. I mean, like, we did just rescue those two doctors, whatever, just a few missions ago. The man and woman, and they talked about... The guy talked about how they were at the Devil's house, and the lady's suit had a tear in it.
Yeah.
It could have been them.
This is Pequot. I have arrived at marker. Cover fire. In hot.
Also, by the way, I call in my helicopter, and I've developed a bunch of stuff for it. A bunch of new rockets.
I'm sure. Like so.
Yep.
Okay.
It's also got a thing that doesn't get used too much, because there aren't any dudes with homing rocket launchers in this mission, but you can also develop flares for your helicopters, so if it's got missiles tracking, it can divert them a couple of times.
Nice.
Also just developed like a ton of armor for it, so it takes a lot of shots before it's going to go down. But that also makes the helicopter really expensive to call in. It's like 100,000 GMP every time it comes in now.
Did you ask Code Talker permission before putting him on a robot hand?
No.
And dangled like a bag of groceries?
No. It's like a sack of potatoes or something.
Prioritizing elimination of enemy threats.
I did dismiss the helicopter at this point, though, because the other side of the map that Big Boss and Vapor Snake went towards to get out of the mission, there are tanks there now, and they are trying to shoot down the helicopters, so... It is also possible to escape through the forest.
You're just going out the way you came.
You can also do that, but, like, no matter what, like, if new guards came in, like, they will populate this forest a bunch. As Big Boss, if you're trying to go that way, if the skulls are still there, well, if all 4 skulls were alive, so 2 of them split up to cover this section instead. And I actually called in Quiet for this part, for
Seriously leaving him there.
theoretically doing this as Big Boss. And yeah, Quiet will headshot the skulls pretty quickly, but if they are not distracted, they will fire their guns at the same time, and they will both get headshotted. And it's like, Quiet can take several headshots, but eventually she will have to Fulton out because she will lose way too much health.
She'll also go sunbathe and take a shower before she...
Yeah, going through the forest, still soldiers, but they'll just all be puppet soldiers instead. Which honestly I think is easier because, like, getting seen by puppet soldiers does not count as an alert, and they can't shoot you, they can only grab you. Although if they do grab you or hit you or whatever, it does immediately knock Code Talker out of your hands. He'll go flying, and if he gets hit once or twice more by the puppet soldiers, like, he's dead.
Oh, no.
He's a very frail 100-year-old man. He could take about 6 bullets, though, before he's dead.
Well, if all goes according to plan, we'll get to give him one of our nuclear warheads, and he'll be very happy.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Yeah, thankfully, like, in this area where the skulls pop up, they don't really change position. They only have, like, 1 or 2 sniping points they can use. So just walking right underneath her, like, she won't even notice. None of the skulls, interestingly enough, like, don't care about helicopters either. Although, like, if you try to call in the helicopter for, like, when you first fight them to, like, try and shoot them, the helicopter can't, because it can't track them through the trees and stuff. So it'll just...
Helicopters don't have a head, so you can't get a headshot.
Yeah,
What's
it's
the
true.
point?
So yeah, the helicopter, you can't really use the helicopter on the skulls in this boss fight at all, but... Quiet, I gotta say, I don't like it when I can see all of your... When I can just see through your skin and see all your body meat. It's weird.
Yeah, it's not great. If you could tell your friends to, like, not do that in their intro cutscene.
Yeah. Also, she doesn't react to you flying by her. Bye! See you later.
I'll get you next time.
Yeah. The mission complete music is playing already. I guess, like, you can just go home.
Well, we have a new technology for getting everybody out of quarantine. They just have to constantly smoke up.
Just keep puffing. And as a plus, because all the soldiers will be smoking all the time, there'll be a giant cloud over Mother Base concealing it.
Boss, we found the bodies of the 2 missing Intel team members in Lufwa Valley. We knew we wouldn't get them back alive, but still, it's a damn shame. Don't let their sacrifice go to waste, boss. We need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base. That old man, Code Talker, he's the only hope we've got.
I bet Code Talker has a lot of tapes, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me how to fight it.
I hid the answer in a microbe this one carries. It turns the male parasites into females, preventing reproduction. One parasite infecting another. However, it doesn't affect only the parasite. It alters the host as well. Your infection will be contained, but you and your men will also be rendered infertile. That is the price you must pay.
Sounds fucking dope as hell. Give me that. Give it.
I was
Give
gonna
it.
get it snipped anyways. Come on, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Woo!
That freak show back there. They the work of your children too?
A different strain from the vocal cord parasite, known as the one that covers. It acts as the host's skin, providing strength in exchange for nourishment. But I did not know those men were infected. They were forced to serve him, then steal my research. Have you seen one of their vehicles?
The yellow cake.
Captured a convoy they were escorting. Cargo's some kind of mineral.
What became of it? The metallic archaea.
The what now?
Clouds ahead!
It's them.
At this point, the game starts to do like the to be continued cliffhanger a lot, and I kind of like it.
Nothing like a video game mission that ends on a cliffhanger. Don't play Red Dead Redemption. There's your Metal Gear now.
Yeah.
You're strapped in.